called watch and there is a concept called count. Okay, so let us first complete these two things and we'll go for the further. Okay, so what I want to do, so let us open our class ma. So any class, what is this page? Yesterday we have done in the add expense page, right? Okay, so here what I want to do, I want to write the one count variable ma. Okay, so let us write one count ma. Let count is equal to I want to change the value, so that is the reason I'm using the ref. If you don't want to change the value, no need to take the ref. Okay, so I will say ref is equal to 0. Okay, so I'm taking one variable ma, and now what I want to do, I want to write a button. Write one button ma. How to write a button? Just write a button. Okay, button. Okay, so I will say my count value. So I can use any name, right? So count. Okay, so let us save it and reload our project. So what is this route ma? Add expense, right? So I need to go for the add expense. So it is 0, right? So what I want to do, whenever I'm clicking, I want to increase this value. Do you know how to change it or not? We can handle the click event and we can increase the value. That's all right. Tell me ma, how to do that first. Okay. At click only, right? Is equal to what I want count plus plus. That's all right. Okay. Here itself we can write it, or you can write a method and you can do it. Okay. Simple, right? So we are able to do it. Easy or not? So same thing if you want to do in JavaScript, that is difficult only. But no, this sometimes what we will do, if you are confusing with this, why we are writing line. So suppose I am writing only one line, right? If you want to only one line, you can directly write like this. Okay. But if you want to execute multiple lines, then write a function. Okay. I will say increment something. Okay. Write function ma. So write this function. Okay. Go here. Tell me function name. So what I need to do right here, count dot value plus plus. Why I'm writing count dot value ma? Whenever you are using ref, we need to use a count dot value. But in the HTML alone, you don't need to use the that value. Only in the JavaScript code only we need to use the value. Okay. So it is increasing, right? Automatically it is increasing. Okay. Suppose what I want to do, suppose there is a one guy. Okay. So whenever I'm increasing this guy, I want to say hello, or I want to, whenever this variable is changing, I want to load some data. Okay. What is my requirement? Whenever my count variable is changing, I want to load some data. Okay. So suppose I want to say hello, hello, hello in the console. Okay. So whenever I'm changing, I want to say hello. Okay. Now tell me how to do this ma. Simply I can go to this function. I can go to this function and I can write the console data log of what I can say hello. Okay. So let us see what will happen. Let us go here and inspect. Okay. So okay. So let me click here. So it is printing hello, hello, right? 3 times, 4 times. But this is a direct statement, right? We can do like this. But what I want to do, I don't want to write in this method. I don't want to write in this method, but I want to observe that variable whenever that guy is changing. I want to do some activity. Okay. Suppose what I will do, whenever I'm going out, I will tell one person, hey, watch here. If anybody is coming inside, please don't allow them or do something action. So he's like, he will be watching for that variable. Okay. So this is called, we are going to do for the watching. Okay. So let me go for that concept is called watcher ma. Okay. What is the concept ma? Watcher. Okay. So what it will do, it will look for that variable value. Whenever that variable value is getting changed, it will inform you, hello boss, that variable value is changed. That variable value is changed. Something like this, it will be okay. They will be informing us. Clear. Okay. For this reason, what is a method I should use ma? Watch method. What is the method ma? Watch. Okay. You can import this watch method from the Vue.js. Okay. So let us do ma. First import our watch. So what is the function name? Watch. Okay. Watch. So it is, see, whenever I'm doing watch, here it is saying view, right? So let us click here. Automatically it will do the import statement. Okay. If you go to automatically import it, right? Okay. So this watch will take the 2 arguments ma. This watch will take a 2 do you know set timeout ma? Set timeout. How many arguments it will take? 2 arguments. So set interval. First argument is a method. Second argument is a what? Time. Correct, right? here this watch method will take the two arguments, right? So the first argument is, so to watch what variable you want to watch it, okay? To watch what variable you want to watch it, okay? And second thing is, you write a one method, okay? So here, what variable I want to watch it, ma? Count, okay, right? So second variable is, you need to give a one function. What you need to give, ma? You need to give a one function. You can write a normal function, you can write a ES6 function, or you can write a separate function or anonymous function. You can write anyways, okay? Let us go for ES6 function, ma. Okay, okay, like this, okay, correct. I'll say new val. So what I will do, I'll remove this console.log here, okay? I'll remove this console.log, okay? So let us write the console.log of, okay, hello value changed, okay? So I want to say new val, okay? So now what I want to do, so whenever I'm changing here, so let us do here, ma. What is happening? Directly I'm not calling that function. Who is listening for that guy? Somebody is watching on that variable. Whenever that variable value is changing, automatically this function will be called. So that day you ask, what is callback, right? So whenever we are using this call, like this is a watch method, right? Immediately this function is not working. Whenever we are clicking, after some time this method is getting executed. So here this is nothing but a, we are passing a function to another function. This will be called after some time whenever it is required. This is nothing but a callback function. Clear? So set timeout, two arguments are there, right? The first argument is a callback function. Here the second argument is a callback function, okay? Callback function is nothing but a one function which will be executed after some time, okay? Clear, ma? So this is nothing but a watcher. So what is use of watcher, ma? Do you understand? Suppose here I don't have any use case, okay? Suppose whenever any value is getting changed, I want to call the database, I want to call to server and get the data. So and I can write a watcher and I can do all these things, okay? So there is no relationship between, we are not calling this watch, ma, here. If you see the button, right, we are not calling watch method, nothing. Watch will be automatically called, we no need to call explicitly, okay? He will be keep on watching. Suppose I want to watch another variable, what I need to do, write another watch, write another watch and take the another things. Clear? Like this I can watch for this concept is called a watcher, okay? Watcher, okay? So this is nothing, okay? So now what I want to do, so I want to go for the next level concept, okay? So the next level concept is, there is a counter, okay? So okay, so mainly only two things is important for any project, mainly two things only important, okay? Not this watcher is not that much important, but two things what is important is state. One is the state management, okay? So they will be asking what is state management, and second thing is, how are you integrating with your database, like backend server? So how are you integrating? We need to write the services, we need to write the events and effects. We will do lot of things in the Angular, okay? So people will be dying there to learn that concept, okay? Here it is very easy. We can easily get the data from the server, okay? So now can we integrate our server with the backend? So what we want to do, our aim is, first whenever I'm loading, it should be getting to the login page, okay? Here this page, welcome expense project, here it should not be displaying anything, okay? So here I want to login page, right? So whenever I'm login, so by default I will not be having login. So whenever I am clicking login, so you'll be having form, right? Once you click on save, this data should be saving it to the backend server. Your data should save into the backend server, okay? And once you go to your registration, right, you should show all the pages, okay? So for now what I will do, first I will not go for saving part. First we will get the data from there and we'll show you as a table, okay? So for, do you know how to write a table, ma? We know how to write a table, right? Okay. So now I'll go for edit expense. So edit expense, hello world is there, right? Let us go to edit expense, okay? So far what is there, ma? I don't have anything or what? Okay, let us go to any component. So go to router, ma, router, and what is my add expense? So I don't have any path for edit expense, okay? So I'll create one new component, okay? So I'll say users component. Okay, I want to display all the users. Okay, who are registering the users, right? I want to display all the users. Tell me fast how to create a new component, ma? New file. Users. Okay. Users. Okay, users. Dot view. Okay. Users. I will say users view dot view. Any name you can keep it. Okay. No, name doesn't matter. What are the things we need to do? Fast script. In the script, what I need to do? Setup. Okay. Fast. Next. Template. Okay. Hmm. So template. Okay. Template. Next. Style, right? Very easy, right? So it is like just normal HTML file. Okay. So okay, so now what I need inside the right this, I want to scope. Okay, so first our aim is I want to load the what I want to do, I want one backend server URL, right? So first to get that URL, ma. So I will be giving, so demo slash swagger event. So this one already I told you, right? Whenever we want to integrate with the backend server, they will give this link. Okay, so now I want to create the users, right? So there is a user called user controller and there is a get method, right? So what is use of get method? To get the data from the server. What is the post method? If you want to save any data to the server, then the post method. What is the put method? If I want to update any data, put method. What is the delete method? If you want to delete any user, delete method. Okay. Okay. So let us let us click on here and try out. Okay. I'll try out. So whenever I'm trying out, here the results are coming. Okay. So here 1, 2, 3. So what is the URL they are saying? Get this user, right? First I will copy this user and go to Google. I'll just paste it here. I won't do anything. So here user details are coming or not? Coming. Okay. Now I want to display same details in my application in the table format. Clear for everybody? Okay. So now I have created the what table I have created users view, right? So I need to add a route. Let us add the route. Where I need to go? So let add the route fast. What I need to do? Tell me. Users. Okay. Tell me. Users. Okay. What component? Users view. Okay. Import. Is view users view only, right? Users view. So let us save it. Okay. So and what is my users, right? Let us go here and type the users here. Okay. What is happening? Okay. So far I don't have this one. So let me go here and add one heading. Big heading, add H1. Users. Okay. So okay, it came right. Now what I want to do? I want to display all these users in my table format. Okay. So let us check it. What are the variables it is there, ma? First ID is there. Okay. If you see ID, username, email, age, mobile number, OTP, and all these things are there, right? Okay. Now I want to display them. Okay. First to display this, what I need the URL, right? Okay. I will use the URL. Okay. Let us go to. First we'll write one function, ma. First we want to load the data, right? Okay, we'll write one function. So write one function, ma. Function. I will say load users. So why I'm writing load users, ma? I want to load the data from the backend to here. Okay, I want to load the data from the backend to here. Okay, I want to load the data from the backend to here. Okay, so that is the reason. So now I have done it, right? Do you know what is this async function, ma? Whenever I am making async, what will happen, ma? A normal function will be converted into promises. Correct, right? So now I want to write one promise. Okay, I want to. So now what I want to do? I want to get the data, right? Okay, to get the data in normal in the Angular, we'll be writing services component. We'll do a lot of things. Here it is very easy. There is a function called fetch, ma. So what is the function, ma? Fetch. Okay. So for this fetch function, you need to give the your argument. So what is your URL? Let us go to our Google and I have copied one URL, right? Copy the URL, okay, and add it to the here. Okay. So far it's clear, right? So what I am doing, ma? I am calling a fetch function. Fetch function will return the promise. Fetch function will return the promise. Okay. Yeah. So how to do this, ma? Let us do. So what I can do? So I can store into any variable. Okay. I will say user promise. Okay, something like this. Okay, So whenever we are writing the promise, what we need to do? We need to subscribe them, right? What I need to do? User promise data. Then, okay, user promise data. Then you will be saying data and data JSON. Okay. Then, okay, then I will be getting the data. Okay, console dot log of value. Okay, so, so let us print in the console first. Okay, so here what I'm trying to do here, first I'm calling the which URL I want to call it. Okay, what is the function I'm using? Fetch. Fetch will return the promise object. So we have seen this is a promise. So instead of we are creating a promise, automatically that will create a promise. Okay, okay. So now I can call the user promise dot then. Okay, so this is we'll get the data and we are converting that data into JSON format. Okay, so once we get that, and again I'm printing that data to the here console.log. Okay, but I need to call this function, right? Whenever I'm calling, only this function will be executed. Okay, so let me call this. Okay, let me call this. So I'm calling from here. File save all. Let us go here and see the console whether we got any data. So let us go to console. See here we got the total data, right? So whatever the website data we got it, right? So you are able to get it. So very simple. So we are able to get the data, but what I need to do, I need to write a table, right? If you want, you are getting an array or what? Array, right? Whenever you are getting an array, you need to store that into some variable, right? If you want to display, if you want to write ng for loop, you need to have one variable, right? So for this reason, what I will do, I'll go and write one variable. Do you know how to write a variable? Array variable, write it. Let users is equal to, you can take any name. Okay, users is equal to, so I will say ref of empty array, because I don't know anything. I'll just empty array. Okay, so now what I want to do, so I'm getting the data here, right? Okay, so instead of writing in one line, what I will do, I will write a multiple lines. Okay, I will say users is equal to data. Okay, users is equal to data. So I can do like this, right? Or do you remember there is a array symbol called dot data? So what is this one, everybody know what is this, right? What is this triple dot operator? Spread operator, right? It will iterate each one and copy that variable into new array. Okay, yeah, like this. Now I have the users, right? Okay, so do you know how to write ng for loop, ng for loop, you know, right? So let us write a normal table, write a table tag. Write a table tag first. Table I want, just table, tell me. Table, inside the table what I need to do? Tr, inside the tr, th, who table td, okay. So okay, first I want to say id. Okay, I want to know the columns, right? Let us open here. I want to have the, let us go here, id, username, email. Okay, so I will write for three variables, and we can add all remaining also. Okay, id, username, and age, and you can take the another variable also, that is fine. Okay, now write the table. What I need to do, tell me. Next, another tr, tr, td. How many tds I want to write it? 3. What data I should write here? Ekundedi. How can I do that? Now if you go to here, how many arrays I have it? If you go in the let me let 6. Okay, see here town to 11 rows are there. Okay, here 11, how many rows are there? 11 rows are there. So now tell me how many rows I should write here? Trs, I have 11 records. Now how many trs I should write? 11, right? How to write it? So do you know array of 0, right? How to do it? Users of user of 0 dot what will get it? Dot age, you can print like this, right? Okay, this is a wrong approach. Okay, so what we want to do, we know how to write ng for loop, right? We want to iterate this one how many times? 12 times. Okay, so write the ng for loop on the tr tag. Okay, write it, v-hyphen for v-hyphen for tell me. I will say user of users. So what is this user ma? My variable. I can keep any variable. And what is this users ma? If you go to see, and this is my array name. Correct, right? Okay. Now inside the user, where is the data is available? User data. What is my name? ID. Okay. So that is a JSON. User data. Username. Next user data age. Okay. Let us see and save this. Okay. Let us see. So it is through the n number of errors. Ref is not defined. Okay. Users view. Okay. So it is saying ref is not defined. So that is nothing but we did not import the ref. Okay. Let us import the ref. Okay. So now we are importing the ref. Okay. Let us see. Okay. Let us see. Go to our console. What is the error is saying? Ref is not defined. Something like this. Setup. Okay, cannot read property of null. Okay, let me go here. Ref users. Okay. What is the error? It is saying ref is not defined. Users will set up. Okay. So let us just do one thing. So let me do one thing here. Okay. So we need to say users dot value. So what is the mistake we are doing? Whenever we are saying ref, we need to say dot value, right? So that is a mistake. So let us reload. What again? Okay. So yeah, ID, username, password. Why my tables are not styling things, ma? You can you can add it. Right? So you can add the style, right? Do you know? Just write a simple style, ma. Tell me. Table. Th. Comma td. Write it fast. Border colon 1 pixel solid black color. Border hyphen collapse. Okay. Collapse property. Okay. Okay. I want to. You can add the style and hover and all these things, right? Okay. So yeah, the mistake what I have done is I did not add the this. Whenever we are using inside this one, we need to use the value property. Okay. So where is this our Vue.js? Yeah, this one, right? So let us, yeah, where is this users? Okay. I need to say users dot value. I cannot directly write like this. Okay. So this is the problem. Whenever I am writing like this, there is a problem, and I need to remember this one. Okay. So now tell me, do you know await ma? Await. What is this of await ma? It will wait for the result. It will wait for the result. Okay. Here, instead of writing the same way, I will change this one in the different way. Okay. So let us see. Let JSON obj is equal to await. Okay. So I will wait for this promise. Okay. I will wait for this promise. So this meaning is this will wait for this then, and once it is getting, and it will get the data. Okay. So promise dot JSON. Okay. And users dot value is equal to await JSON obj. Okay. So let us see if something wrong, we'll fix this. promise.json is not a JSON. Okay. Okay, let us write the dot JSON. Okay. So yeah, instead of writing this big lines, you can use the await. What is the use of await, ma? It will wait for that promise, and once it is getting the result, directly it will give like a normal variable. Okay. If you don't use this await, you need to write like this. Okay. So you need to use a promise dot then and a data dot JSON. And again you need to write a data, and inside this one you need to write the code. Okay. But if you are using the await syntax, yeah, you can only, you need to use await inside the where you need to use async, inside the async function only we need to use await. So it will wait for this result and it will give it. Once you get the result, and you can store into array. Clear, ma? So like this, so this is nothing but integration with the backend. Okay, integration with the backend. Okay, so you need to be very strong in the this integration. You need to get the data, you need to save the data, you need to update edit the data, you need to delete the data. Okay, only four things are there. Okay, you need to be perfect. So this is nothing but a get. Okay, so what I will do, I will remove this load function here. Okay, I'll remove this load function and let us see. So I don't have anything, right? Okay, whenever I don't have anything, what I want to do, I can say, okay, let me do something. I will have a one button here. Okay, I will have a one button here, and whenever I'm load users, then only I want to load the data. Okay, write a button, ma, button load users. Okay, so let us see. So now what I want to do, whenever I'm clicking here, I want to load the data. Till that time I don't want the data. Okay, so whenever I'm clicking it, now what I need to do, I need to do simple. I need to call this function. That's all. Okay, I need to call this function. Tell me how to do this, ma. Click is equal to, what I need to do, at click is equal to, I can call like this. Okay, simple. By default data will not be there, and whenever we are calling, it will load the data. Okay, clear. So whenever I'm calling, this will load the data. Okay, so like this we can show it, ma. Clear. So but sometimes what we need to do, whenever you are going itself, you want the data. Whenever you inside the component itself, you want to load the data. So that time what you can do, directly you can call this function after this declaration. Okay, so earlier we have done right like this, right? So like this you can call it. So whenever by default you want the data, you can call like this. Whenever you like one button you want to get the data, you can use this method. Okay, clear, ma? Okay, so like this I can do it. So once we get the data and once it is stored to our array, then all our JavaScript code only will be executing. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to edit this data and I want to delete this data. Okay, so how many APIs we have, ma? 4 APIs. Get API, మీరు చెప్తేనే కంటిన్యూ చేద్దాం, నేను అందుకని గమనండి. గెట్ పోస్ట్ put to delete. Okay, so now get is done, right? So you can take any website, ma. This is same way. Okay, same way only we are going to do it. Okay, so is this fine for everybody? So now what I want to do, I want to write our login. We have registration page, right? I'll go to registration page and I will write my registration code. Okay, so and I will come here, and from the registration I will give a link to users, and that registered user should be coming here. Clear? Okay, let us do that one, ma. Okay, so let us go to our registration component, registration view. So I don't have anything, right? Let us write form, ma. Form, form. So I don't want this action itself. Okay, I'll take something. Now tell me I want to write the form. Okay, div, I will say username. Okay, so what is the tag I should use, ma? Input tag. Okay, input. Okay, and I want the password. So should I, do you have the password in the JSON? So go on JSON, check it. What are the variables is there? ID is there. ID will be generated by server. So we no need to add that property. Okay, username, email, age. I will take only three variables. Username, email, age. Okay, username, email, and the last one is the age. Okay, age. Let us write on button, ma, div. Write a button. Okay, I will say save user. Okay, save user. Okay, So let us go to first page. Go to our first page, ma. So here, whenever I have expense project, right? Whenever I'm clicking here, what I want to do, I want to go to the first page, ma. So let us see. Whenever I'm clicking here, I want to go to the first page. So do you know how to do this, ma? We have this one, the header, right? Go to your header component, and there is a, here they are adding it, right? Okay. Let me add it inside the a tag. Okay. A tag. Okay. Let us add it in the anchor tag, ma. Right, anchor tag. Okay, href is equal to slash. Slash means it will go to the home page. Okay, cut it here and save this. Okay, file, save, and reload. I'll go here. So I'll go to register. Wherever I'm in there, whenever I want to go to home page, I will click here. Okay, so now I want to go to the registration. Correct, right? Okay, I have this one. So I will format all these things. Okay, we'll do it. Now whenever I'm clicking save user, what I want to do, I want to submit this form to the where I want to do. I want to send to server, right? First step, you need to get the URL. First step, what we need to do, we need to get the backend URL. Don't think for always one URL will be there. Okay, for everything it will be different. So where you need to go for getting the URL? Swagger. Okay, go to the Swagger. So whenever I want to save it, which API I should use, ma? I want to create a user. Which API I should use? Whenever you want to create, we need to use a post API. Whenever I want to get API. Okay. Whenever I want to update, put API. Okay. Clear. They will ask this in the this thing in the interview. Whenever you are okay. Okay. So now we want to go to this one. Okay. So let me go try out and so here what are the variables it is required? Age, email, enable, and this one it is required, right? Okay. Yeah. And I'll just say simply I will do execute for sample only. Okay. So what is the URL here? What is the URL for now? The same URL. Suppose you need to get this URL, it can be same or different. Okay, I copied it. Okay, so now I want to first before doing this one, what I want to do? I want to write the two-way binding, ma. I want to write a two-way binding. So do you know how to write a two-way binding, ma? How many variables I have it? 1, 2, 3. How many variables I have? 3 variables. So how many variables I should take here? 3 variables, right? Let us take it. Let so instead of that one, I will say let user is equal to ref of. Okay, I will say like this. Okay, so what is this one, ma? This means what? Object, right? This means object. Okay. So and here let us write the. I will say what is the data I want to write it? Username. Okay. Username for empty value. Okay. Comma. What is the next value? Email colon empty. And what is the next property? Age. Okay. Empty. So and you need to write the remaining properties. Okay. So where I need to write all these properties, ma? So if you go to see here, what is the other property? Age, email, enable. You need to copy all the variables. Okay. So let me go here. You need to write inside the ref, inside the ref. So inside the ref, I need to create the object. Inside the object, you need to write all these things. Okay. So why we are doing this one, ma? Instead of writing multiple variables, 4 variables, 5 variables, 10 variables, we will create one object and we'll store all the data in that object. Okay. Okay, so now this user is there. Okay, and now write it to a binding, ma. How to write it to a binding? V hyphen model. Okay, v hyphen model. Okay, v hyphen model is equal to what I need to do? What is my variable name, ma? User. Inside the what is my another name? User name. Okay, user name. So you need to give the to which variable you want to bind it. Okay, let us bind with the another variable, ma. Here, what is this variable? Email. Okay, what is the next variable? Okay, suppose some people what will do here, there is no property but they will try to add it here. Will that work? That will not work out. Whenever you are writing it, make sure that you have one variable here. Okay, so now I have it right. So for first what I will do, I want to write a one click method, ma. Write a click method. Click is equal to I will say save user. Okay, save user, and let us you can write this bracket, that is optional only. Okay, go to your scripts. Where I am writing this, ma, I am writing inside the directive here itself. Okay, so write one function, ma. Write one function save user. Okay, open bracket, close bracket. Okay, So we need to import the ref or not? We need to import the ref from the Vue.js. Okay. So I have imported. Okay. And now what I need to do, I want to save the data. Whenever you are writing any backend code, first make this function as async. Okay. Make this function as a async. So first step is done, right? Okay. Now I want to save data to backend, right? I need to get the URL. So already I copied or not? So what is the function to save the data? Fetch only. Okay. Fetch. So what we need to give? We need to give the URL. What is the URL, ma? Let us go here, and you can copy from the here. Okay. Copy the URL. Okay. Now I copied my URL. Okay. I copied my URL. Okay. Now I need to store one variable. Let me tell now. Let tell faster. I will say user promise. Okay. User promise. Okay. So yeah, you can keep any where I have written this name. You can keep this name only within the function, right? How many times I can write it within the function? One time. In another class I can write it. Okay, here I can, you can take a also, not a problem. Okay, for meaningful purpose only I am taking the user promise. Okay, but now this time I want to get the data, or I want to save the data. I want to save the data. I want to save the data. Whenever you want to save the data, we need to pass the some options. Okay, so if you go here, and there is a second option called request in it. Okay, we need to pass some data. Okay, we need to pass some data here. Okay, so this is called, we'll create another object. Let options is equal to, we need to write a one like this. Okay, so what is the method I want to call it? What is the method? Post, right? I will say method colon post API. Okay, okay. So and I will say body. What is the data I want to send to data ma? Users, right? User data. Okay, so I will say user data value dot. So suppose I want to convert object into string ma. How to convert object into string ma? What how to write a stringify? JSON data. JSON data stringify of user dot value. Okay, so I want to send this data to the server. I am writing another object. So here I am writing my all data. Okay, and you need to pass these options to the here. Okay, so comma options. Okay, so here if you are not passing this one, what will happen is it will always call the get URL. If you are passing this URL, these options, then only it will call the post API. Okay, so now this will return the promise, right? So do you know how to okay, so I will go for normal way ma. Then okay, I will say data okay, data data JSON. Okay, and then okay, I will say data. First I will write the console dot log of I will say data, whatever the data. Okay, so first I want to see the data, whether the data is stored or not. Okay, or I want to say successfully data stored. Okay, successfully data saved. Okay, so what data it is saved? I want to see the data. Okay, so here first I am creating a promise and I am writing it then, and I am writing this then. So this part is same for all get and post. Only this option only different for the get and post. Okay, now I have run everything. Let us save it. Let us save this. Okay, and let us go here. There might be some errors. We'll solve them. Okay, so by default we don't have anything. So let us write something ma. ASDF and age is some 25. Okay, save user. First go to network and check it. Is there any call is going? Okay, is there any call it is going ma? Is there any call it went? So so let me do one thing. So go here. Do you know how to handle the event ma? Event. How to write event ma? VFN on colon submit. Okay, so this is nothing but a submit event. So instead of click event, what I want to do, I want to handle the submit event. Okay, I want to handle the submit event, and let us remove this one for now. Okay, save this. Okay, let us clear. So what is happening? It is automatically reloading the entire application. Okay, So what I will do, I'll write the type is equal to button and at click is equal to. So let us save user. Okay. So by default, what is happening is whenever we are writing a button, it is acting like a submit button and it is trying to go for the that submit URL. We don't want to go to that action like in the JavaScript. I want to write my own thing. So that's the reason I'm writing a type is equal to button. Let us try again. Clear this. ASDF and something. Okay. Save user. So the call is going right. Okay. So and what it is saying, ma? It is saying a 415. 415 means there is some error, ma. Okay. So there is a error from the server. Okay. So yeah, what 415 is some error. This is not a successful response. Okay. So there is some error. We are able to call the backend and there is some error is coming from the backend URL. Okay. So we need to handle this. Okay. And so first before going there, I want to verify whether my user data is there or not. Okay. So first verify whether our data is going or not. Age is going. Email is going. Username is going. Okay. And what are the other variables we have, Matima, in the here? Age, email. We have enable updates. I'll write the full name. Okay. So let me go here and write the other names. So I'll write empty. Okay. And what are the other object is there, ma? Gender. So I want to write gender. Gender is a male. Okay. ID, don't write ID. ID will be generated by backend. Okay. Mobile number. So I am writing 94. Okay. So why I'm doing this one? I cannot write all the fields for testing purpose. Okay. OTP already we have written. Okay. So OTP is nothing but a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let us save this again and try it. And basically what I need to do, fetch JavaScript. Okay. So there is another argument we need to pass. Okay. So I will show you. There is another argument we need to pass. So that argument is missing. Let us pass that and see it. Okay. So whenever we are passing a post data, we need to see, we need to add one header. Okay. We need to add one header. Okay. So header is equal to this one and method is equal to post. This option is missing. So let me copy this option at all. Okay. So go to our code. Okay. And right click and format the document. Okay. So here what I am doing here. So I have written one options. Okay. So inside the option method is equal to post. So everybody is clear with this one, right? And headers I am writing. So this headers I am saying I am sending the JSON data to the backend. Okay. So just for now, you'll just copy this header and paste it and we'll see this. Okay. So let me save this application and go to our page. Okay. So just reload our page. Okay. And name and password, username, email, and age is 25. And let us click this save user. Okay. So just wait. So now this time what the response we got, 200. The interview they will asking what is the 200 means. What is the 200? 200 means a successful response. 400 means a failed response. 500 means some error from the backend side. Okay. Now what is the response? We got it 200. Okay. Let us go here. This is the data we are sending it. Okay. Inside the payload, you can see what is the data you are sending it. Okay. And inside the preview, so response you have it right. So here this is the, so here you will have ID. Who is generated that ID, backend? So if ID is coming from the backend, then your data is successfully saved in the backend. If this not is coming from the backend, that means your data is not at all working. Okay. So I want to verify whether this is working or not. Okay. I will add a link here. View all users. So let us go to there and check it. Okay. Add a link here, I want to add a link here. Okay. So add anchor tag. Okay. View all users. Add anchor tag, anchor tag. So what is my this one, users? Okay. Okay. So now I want to verify whether my users are there or not. Okay, I'll go here and the table is loaded, right? If you go check on bottom, our data is came, right? So if whatever you have saved in one page and we are able to get in another page, so we are able to get the data or not, like this. Now I want to edit the data. Edit the data means what is the one ma? So whenever I'm clicking here edit, I want to edit the data and save it. Okay, save that. So and I want to delete this data. Okay, so let us delete it first and we'll do edit in the last step. Okay, so I want to add a delete button here ma. Okay, let us do it fast. Okay, so where is the page? This one, right? Add another column. I will say, so I won't say anything here, and I will add it here the delete. So write on button ma. Write a button. Delete. Okay, delete. So what it will do? It will automatically delete, right? Okay. So we did not handle anything. We did not handle anything. Click event we did not write, right? Now write a click event and send a what request we should send to server. What request? Delete request. So always URL will be different ma. This URL, who will give this URL? Backend people will give it. Okay. So before going to my backend people, I'll go here and I will check my URL. Okay. So what is my delete URL? So see, delete URL is different. In the last, they are saying a user ID. They are saying a user ID. Okay. So let me type. What is some like we can try for some user ID, and we know some user ID, right? What is this user ID? Suppose this 97 is nothing but my user ID. Okay. I'll copy this user ID for demo purpose only. I'm pasting here and I'm executing. Okay. Okay. So execute it. Okay. So this is executed and automatically that is got deleted. And what is the URL? Check it ma. This user slash id is there, right? So copy this URL and keep it ready. Okay, keep it ready. Now what I want to do, whenever I'm clicking it, first write one method ma. How to do it? At a click, I will say delete user. Okay, at a click, delete user. I want to know this guy ID, right? So that is the reason I will say user data id, user data id, because I know I want to know which user I'm deleting it. So that is the reason. Now write a method, write a one method in the script file ma. Write it. I want to send data to backend or not. Then which function I should write? Async function. Okay. Async function. Function. What is the username? Delete user. Okay. Here you need to take one variable name. Okay. I will say user ID, something like this. Okay. You can keep any name, not a problem. Now write the what URL I should write ma. So I can copy the same code. Okay. I'll copy the same code and I will paste it here. Okay. So and I'll look for my URL Windows V. Okay. So this is the URL I want to do it. So here this 9735 it is my ID, right? I should not send always this ID. What is my user ID here? That ID I should send it here. Okay. So that is the reason I'll delete this and I will add a plus symbol. String plus user, what will happen? String only, correct, right? So this is the one. But whenever we are sending this URL, what type it will be calling? Always get method only. If you want to call the post method or delete method or put method, we need to send the options API. Okay, let us write the options ma. So instead of writing options, I'll just copy from here. Okay, options. I'll go here. Do it. Okay. So in the delete request, I no need to send any data. Okay. So simply I can write like this. What is the method I should write ma? Delete. Okay. Delete. Okay. So let us see delete user and promise and JSON. So let me. I don't want to do this and I want to do in the promise way. Okay. So here we will be getting it and we will be saying console dot log of successfully deleted. Okay. So I want to see this. So I will add the data also. Okay. So right click, format the document. So file, save all. Okay. So let us first what we want to verify is first we need to verify whether record any data URL is going or not. I want to delete this. Okay. Click on delete. So any record is going or not? A record is going. Okay. So what is the response we am getting it? What is the response I'm getting it? 405. 405 means what is the one? this is some error from the backend side. Okay, and what method it is going? Get method. What method is going? Get method. So for deleting this one, if you are sending the get API, this will not work out, ma. Okay, this will not work out. So we have created one options, right? You need to pass these options to where? You need to pass these options to the here. Okay, you need to pass these options to the this fetch function. Okay, so this fetch function will take the URL and options. Okay, now let us save this and reload it. Okay, and let me delete this. Yeah, what is the response now? What is the response now? 200, right? And why still this data is there here? I will delete this also. Okay, this is already deleted. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, I want to delete this guy also. Why my still my table is data is there? Because your table is not refreshed. Your table is not refreshed. I want to refresh, ma. I'll just do a manual refresh. Okay, I'll do. See, data gone, right? So what I will do? Again I will click it. So and I will reload it. Automatically it's going, right? But user cannot there and he cannot reload always, right? Okay, so whenever once delete is operation is done, what we will do, we will call the again get method. So automatically it will load the data and it will replace it. Okay, automatically it will load the data and it will replace it. Okay, let us do that, ma. So where I will done with my all data, here I am done, right? So here simply I will call load users. Okay, load users. So why I am calling the last, ma? Once I deleted, again it will get the latest data from server. So automatically my table will be refreshed. Okay, yeah, I'll delete this guy. Okay, let us delete this. Delete it, right? Okay, let us delete this. Delete it, right? Like this we can easily delete your data. Okay, so now what are the things you have seen, ma? And you can refresh this one. This is always save. This is from data coming from database. Okay, always data will be there. Okay, so and you can add a edit. Okay, edit also same method, ma. Only thing what we need to do, we need to write a put method here in the option. What we need to do, push method. So if you go to registration, right, here you need to write a push put alone. Okay, and here we need to pass the that argument. Okay, so let us do the edit. Okay, so far, okay, so this is called API integration, ma. Tomorrow we will do the edit operation and we will do the state management. Okay, state management means so once I load this data, right, I want the same data in other page. I want the same data in a other page. Again we will not call the backend server to get the data. We'll simply get it from the other page. We have some data here, right? We'll get from there and we'll display in the other page also. Okay, so like this we will do it. So this is nothing but a registration page. Okay, so today your work is you have done all registrations, right? You should complete it. You have to write 2 pages. One page is write a table. Okay, write this users one users page and display all the users here and click on whenever I'm clicking delete. This should delete it. Okay, here you should have a one filter box. Whenever I'm typing that name, so those guys should be filtering out. Okay, those guys should be filtering out. Clear? Okay, this is one task. Apart from this task, there is another task also. So I have given one task in the starting of the course now. Okay, if you go to here interview task, okay, not the interview task, student work, daily task. Okay, so yeah, so now if you remember this task, earlier everybody completed this page, right? You remember this, you have completed this page, right? Now you need to play with this table. Okay, so this guy is saying this is your backend URL, https dot json placeholder dot, this is backend URL, and you need to call the get API. Once you call the get API, you need to display them in the table. You need to display them in the table. Okay, so once this is done, here there is a filter by UID. So here you need to write the, you need first read this one and you try to complete it. Okay, so you need to write this program as well as you need to integrate our project also. Two things. Please don't get excuse. Okay, you need to complete this today, two tasks. Okay, so API integration is done. Here only get API is required. But in our code, get API, post API, delete API, three APIs. Okay, so let us do it. Okay, so why I want to do it, I'll show you one thing. So they want to they want the API more strong in the router and they want more strong in the API integration. Okay, so I want to show. Okay, I'll stop the recording first. Okay, dismiss, stop recording.